Hey, what is going on, guys? Angry here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing the Leviathan raid in a whole. So starting off, you can either go to the Castellum or you can find your way through the underbelly to dogs this week. This week it starts at dogs. Last week it started at bathers. And we're planning on it changing every week. We don't know for sure, but that seems like it's going to be the gist. So starting off, if you're going to go through the Castellum, which is the basic way of doing it, go ahead, head your way to the very top. And then go through the doors, follow your doors until you get to the Castellum. Now there's going to be 4 flags in total. There's going to be a sun flag, which is going to go to the royal pools. There's going to be a chalice flag, which is at the very top, and that is going to go to Calus, which is the boss. There's the dog flag, which will have a dog on it, and that will be in the middle. And then there's the gauntlet door, which has axes or swords, whatever you want to call that, for the banner. Now, starting off, to figure out which one you're going to have to do first, there's going to be an emblem over one of them, and then there's going to be stabs at all the other 3. So look for that emblem. This week it's dogs, so there's going to be a dog emblem. So go ahead, kill all the ads around the dog emblem, and that is going to go ahead and start the phase. Now, basically, keep 3 to 4 people at that first plate. So the one that you're trying to open the door for, which in this case is dog, keep 3 to 4 players on that plate, and then have the remaining players go to whatever flag it is. Now that secondary symbol that's going to spawn, in this case it was the sun, us 2 players are going to go over to the sun, kill all the ads, kill the boss, and he is going to drop a staff. Pick that staff up, take it to the dog's plate, go ahead and place that down. Now for the people who are defending that plate, there's going to be gold bars that spawn. Make sure to kill these gold bars. Those are priority. The reason for this is that the gold bars can take the staffs back and reclaim them. So make sure that doesn't happen. Now there are also going to be immune guys for you guys. Kill the counselors. They're basically the scions and the bubbles. If you kill those counselors, that immune shield will be taken away from those ads, and then you can kill them as well. Now for the other 2 players, you're going to have to do the staffs 3 times. So in this case it was sun first, and then it would be gauntlet or chalice, and then you go to that one, and then once you grab that staff, bring it back, you're going to go to the remaining one, go grab that staff, bring it back, and then once you have done all 3 and none of the staffs have been reclaimed, you can go through the door. Now don't worry, if a staff has been reclaimed, you will just go back to that door, kill the ads, kill the boss again, grab that staff, and bring it back. It's not like a wipe or anything. This is a total respawn zone. So anyway, go ahead, go through the door, and go to dogs for this week. If you want to completely avoid the Castellum, all you have to do is go down to the levers below the bridge at the very start. Go ahead and pull the levers in this order. It's going to be 1, 5, 3, 2, 4, 6. Now what I found best for this was a hunter with 10 mobility, and then also if you want to run the arc strider, he also has granted movement speed, so you can also do that. And then I just go back and forth with 1 player, and that works fine for me. Then you're going to go up, you're going to go past the jump pads 1 level, and then there's going to be a sewer open. Go ahead, run across all that. There's going to be a fan at the end. Activate that fan. You'll take a left at the first door that you see, and this should go into a red room. Go ahead and follow that red room, and it will lead to the engine room. Go ahead and go straight once you open that engine room door, and there should be wall burners. Work your way through this. Take your time with it, otherwise you will get burned and respawn right back at the other end of the burners. You won't get your respawn. So go ahead, run through that real quick, and then take a right, take another right at the dog door. It should have a dog symbol above it, and then work your way up those pipes, and then follow that path until you get to the dog's cave. And that's basically the shortest way I've found to get to the dogs from the very beginning. So yeah, next up is dogs. Okay guys, so once you have done that, go ahead and work your way over to this area over here. There are going to be 2 of these prism weapons. They're going to have 2 spotters. Basically what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and grab these, and they're going to run around the map. There's going to be a dog over here, which he's going to basically walk between here and walk over here and then back. So he's going to walk from here and then walk this way. There's also going to be a dog over here. He's going to walk from here and back this way, back over to the one over here. And then there's also going to be a dog that walks over here. He's just going to walk basically from here over to here, and then he'll turn around, do the same path. And then there will be a dog over here, and he's going to walk between here and here. We call this the tree dog. And then there's also a dog at cave. He's going to walk from right here back over to right over here, and then he will walk back and forth between there. And then there's also going to be a dog that will walk from here, right here. He'll turn around, walk this way, and then he'll turn around, walk back this way. So those are the 6 dogs in total. Starting off, you're going to have one person dedicated to each dog. So there's going to be 6 main spots around the map, and then there's going to be 2 secondary spots, which are going to be tree and rocks over here. So starting off, we're going to work our way from the left all the way around to the right side. So this spot we are going to call the bone spore. So this is going to be a spore over here. I'll explain that a little bit later, but this is going to be bones. This one over here, this is going to be torch. We called this torch. It doesn't really look like a torch, but that's just what we called it. And then back over here, there's one over here, which we called cave. And then this one is called tree over here. It's on the inside here. And there's going to be this spore right here. And then over here is rocks. It's kind of hidden in here, to be honest. It's right in this corner. And then there is going to be hidden, which is over here, far right. And some people refer to it as R3. And then we have this one over here we call pillar because it's right next to the pillar. You can also call that one over here broken pillar if you want to. Hidden was just short, sweet, and to the point, so we called it hidden. And then this one is called statue because there is a dog statue right up here. So starting off, that's going to be the runners. Basically, that's going to be the callouts for the spotter. So the main purpose of the spotter, you're going to run around up here and basically spot the dogs and tell the runners when they can go. In order to be able to shoot the spores, you're going to have to stand in this light to recharge your orb, and you will shoot it with this. Shooting that while all 4 players are around it will give a times force of will buff. This allows you to do more damage in the end, so you can do this multiple times. I think we got up to like times 75 one time in force of will, so we did a lot of damage to the dogs. So your goal is going to be to spot dogs, run around and shoot these spores for the runners when they're all next to it. And then there will also be centurions that jump out of these doors here, and some will stay up on the little ledge there, and some will jump down. You're going to want to make sure you kill those as fast as possible. Do not kill them when players are near them, like really close to them, because a dog sometimes will run over to them and basically look and see if there's any players around there. So the players can get screwed over by that. But anyway, so that's going to be your main goal. There's going to be one on right, so you're going to take care of statue. You're going to take care of pillar, rocks, which is down here. You can see it from right there. And then hidden, which is right there. So you can mainly get them all from right here, to be honest. But you'll want to stand on that one to be able to grab pillar. And then you can grab hidden from right here. And then you can also grab rocks from right there. And then to grab statue, you'll have to stand over here, of course. But so that's going to be your main goal. Now, you're going to take care of those 4. And then the person who is on this left side, you're going to take care of the bones, which is right here. And you'll have to stand on this one in order to take care of that. You can also shoot torches from here sometimes. I'd just run over here and shoot torches. And then you can also shoot cave, if I remember right, from Golden Head, which is over here. You'll run over here and just shoot cave. And then in order to get the tree one, I believe you'll have to stand, I think it should be this one right here, if I remember correctly. And you can shoot it from right there. So same goal. You're going to kill centurions. Make sure to call out dogs when they're near the players so the players don't get screwed over and everything like that. And then stand in the sunspots to shoot the spores over there. So that's going to be the spotter's job. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the runner's job. The runners, there's going to be a door that opens up here when the spotters both grab their prism weapons. Now, basically, there's going to be 4 spores in total. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Everyone needs to grab one. So, starting off, the spotters will call out which pod is going to be purple. There's going to be like a purple aura around it. Normally, it's either bones and then pillar over there, or it will be statue, which is this one over here, and torches. So, keep that in mind, but that's going to only be for the first run normally. So, you're going to call out which ones they need to go to first. Most likely it's going to be bones or statue that you're going to want to go to first. Now, once you have that pod, everyone needs to group up. So the best method to go ahead and go to statue, run right here. There's going to be a dog. As soon as he turns to the left, you can start to crawl this way and go ahead and have all 4 players group up over here. and go ahead and shoot that. As soon as you have done this one, and it will be torches next most likely, you can run through here and run through trees, which is right here, and then there will be a dog to the left that will walk this way. Go ahead and crouch right here. So just basically draw a line from right here that you don't go past, and crouch right here. As soon as that dog turns around, you can start walking this way, and there's that golden head dog, which will be over there. So once you see there's enough space that you can run to this one, have all floor players get on that, shoot it, and then run back to the area to figure out the next call out.
Shoot it. Back to trees.
So if you start at bones, you can go ahead and run straight from this safe zone or safe room, whatever you want to call it. So you can run, all 4 players run here, make sure you're grouped up, shoot it, and then from here you'll go back through safe zone, and I'll just jump up here since it's not open. You'll go back through safe zone, you'll run through here, and then you can go to pillar from here, which is normally the next one on the first run. And then you can crouch right here over, right here. And then there will be a dog walking from over here between this middle area, and then there will be a dog over here. So as soon as this dog turns around and starts walking that way, all 4 players can go ahead and crouch and hug this left wall. As soon as there's enough space, you can run over here to this spore. So basically there should either be this gameplay that I'm recording right now, otherwise there will be actual gameplay in the background for you guys of all the spots that we ran through, but this is basically to get you a good idea of what you're going to do. So anyway, that's the basic premise. Once you have done that, once you have got as much buffs as possible, normally it's times 60 or times 75 is normally what we can get to. Go ahead and go to your specific dogs if you get spotted. Otherwise, they will do a psionic howl. There will be a dog at each of the spores, so you're going to call out which dog you're going to. Do DPS on them. Celestial Nighthawk is really good. Swords are really good because you can do a lot of damage. Otherwise, the third gun I would suggest is a Merciless. Merciless does an absolute ton of damage, and once you get past the 3 first shots, it's basically an insta-fire fusion rifle. So go ahead and use those 3. Those are what I suggest. If you have a Fist of Havoc, that can be very useful as well. And then if all of them are one-shot, you can do a 1-phase if you are comfortable with that. Otherwise, I would suggest 2 rounds, have the spotters double-check the dog's health, and then tell you guys which ones need DPS, and then you can end it that round. So if mine's really low and pillar's really low, basically if statue has a bunch of health, me and whoever's on pillar will kill our dogs, and then on that last phase, we'll run over here with that third person and help to kill this. And then same on left side. But if there's not enough dogs that are low, go ahead and do a third run. It's just time consuming, but it really doesn't matter. You can do up to 4 runs is what we counted. And on the 4th run, that safe zone will close, so keep that in mind. And then once you have killed all the dogs, you will be rewarded with a key of whatever this week's run is. And then you will also be rewarded with a chest, which will spawn right here. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this area over here. Once you have done that, you can go ahead and head to Gauntlet. Gauntlet is going to be the next step on this week. So there's 2 ways of doing this. You can go back up through cave and go through there. And then you can also step on a pad over here, which is going to, it won't spawn yet, but you see the smoke. There will be a pad you can step on, and it will open up the drain key. So you can run through drain and go to Gauntlet from there. And then last but not least, the irrigation key. That area over there will open up a door, which is right here. You can see this like matte door. That's going to be the area that has the dog symbol over by the irrigation pipes. So run over there and you can get through here as well. So anyway, that's going to be the end for the dogs. We're going to go ahead and run through Gauntlet. So you can either go through the underbelly to get through there, or you can either go through the Castellum to get to there. So let's go ahead and talk about the Gauntlet. But before we talk about Gauntlet, let's go ahead and find the easiest way to get there. So you know that door that I said was matte? Basically, that door should open. I can't remember if you have a stand on a pad, but if there is, there should be a pad around the area like that drain key. But basically, you're going to go through that door, go up through the irrigation pipes, and then there should be 2 axe symbols. Go towards that open area, and then you're going to follow the path I do. Basically, you take a right, then a left, and then you just follow that hallway, and then you'll have to jump up this area over here. And then you should just end up in like a flower, not a vase, but like a bed of flowers that should be there, but instead on this one it's not, so it's the one without it. And to be able to get back in there once you're done with Gauntlet, there's 4 levers that will spawn on each of the pillars, and then you just have to pull those in the right order. So you basically make sure each one goes down the lowest point. So one will go all the way down, and then you do another one. If that one doesn't go all the way down, then you know you did the wrong one. So just keep trying that until you got all of them down to the bottom. But otherwise, let's go ahead and talk about Gauntlet now. Okay, so starting off with the Gauntlet, you're going to want to designate 2 players to be charge holders, 2 players to be pillars, and 2 players to take care of scions. Now starting off, basically you're going to want to have 4 people jump on the pillars that are in the air. This allows them to go down and starts the encounter. Go ahead, clear all the adds, clear the legionnaires. At the end, go ahead and use your power weapons and supers on them if you would like. Your power weapons and supers aren't needed for this phase. Now starting off, once you have killed all the gold bars, basically what will happen is the pillars will be raised up again and there will be a charge that spawns. The runners will go ahead and grab their charges and be teleported into the inner ring. The player who is taking care of the pillars will jump on the pillar on Chalice and Dog, and then they will wait for the runner to call out whatever ring he sees highlighted. So if the runner sees a highlighted ring in middle, he's going to call out middle, and the job of the people on the outside is to shoot the opposites. Now the pillar person is going to shoot the bottommost opposite of whatever the runner calls out, and the person who is taking care of scions is going to shoot the topmost of whatever the runner calls out. So basically, you're going to shoot the opposites, and the player who is taking care of the scions is going to shoot the top. Pillar person is going to take care of the bottom. So as soon as you shoot the arrows should turn green, and the person on the pillar is going to rotate clockwise to the next pillar. The person who is taking care of the scion is going to stay back and run towards the arrows where a scion counselor will spawn. Now he's going to go ahead and melee it, and then he is going to rotate to the player who is on the pillar. Now, the only problem is if you fail to hit the arrows, another scion will spawn. So one will spawn in the middle under the arrows, and then there will spawn one either on the right or the left on one of the pillars or one of the torches. So go ahead and take care of that if you do fail, and then move to the next one clockwise. So then the runner's going to call out again, and you're going to basically do this 3 more times. As soon as the runner has reached the end, he will be teleported back into the center and go to mid and slam the charge. Now you must do this 3 more times. It's basically a wipe and reset, so you will do the same exact thing 3 more times. Now on that 3rd run, when the runners come back and bring their charges into mid and slam it, everyone's going to want to go mid and grab a charge. Everyone's going to be teleported into the outer ring, and everyone will have to run. Now designate 3 players to skip the 1st and 3rd orbs, and designate 3 players to skip the 2nd and the 4th orbs. Basically, this will allow all players to reach the end of the run. Now, if a player dies, you have the new fading light aspect in the raid, so basically you have 30 seconds to complete this. All players must slam that are remaining alive, and the least you can have is 3 players alive that will slam. Now, if you don't have 3 players and you slam, as far as I'm aware, you will not be able to complete this step. But as long as you have 3, slamming all 3, if there are 3 players dead, will complete the phase. You will be rewarded with a key and a chest. Now, that's going to go ahead and complete the Gauntlet. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to get to the bathers from the Gauntlet. Okay, so from the Gauntlet, there's going to be 2 ways possible to get to the next zone, which is going to be the Royal Pools, otherwise known as the bathers. So first off, there's the drain key zone. This one takes about 4 minutes to get to. Otherwise, there is the other one, which takes about 3.5 minutes, and that one's going to be through the aqueduct. The 4-minute one's going to be through the drain key areas, so you have to go through the Calus area and all that. So anyway, depending on which one you guys want to do, it depends on which one you guys think is easier. I will fast forward them so you can get through them. And one's going to take you from the irrigation key all the way through Calus, and you're going to go up. You're going to pass the pipeline key, the drain key, and then you will be able to get it through the vents. The other one's going to take you to the door. Both of them, if you're spawning into bathers, the one is on the right side. It's that door at the first pad to your right, and then the vent one, that's going to be on the right side, but it's also going to be at the top right. So you're going to pop out of that vent there, and I can get some gameplay for you guys so you can see that. But yeah, choose which one you want, go ahead and do that, and then you will get to bathers. Okay, so the fastest way that's going to be possible to get to the throne room from the bathers is going to go ahead and take that vent again. And you're going to drop down there. You're going to go through the pipeline area, and then you're going to find this door. Go up the door. Go ahead and take a left at the fan where you normally drop down. And just follow the path I did. Should be pretty simple. You'll find a purple room. Go ahead and go up that purple room. And then if Calus is the final phase, you will go ahead and those doors will open as soon as your entire fire team gets there. Okay, so once you get to the boss fight, you're going to have 3 people designated to Shadow Realm, 3 people designated to the inside. Now keep in mind, this is not a one-phase strat. I will go over that after this. So if you want to, go ahead and check the description, and I will leave that time for you to skip to. So now that you have 3 people designated to Shadow, 3 people designated to the inside, basically what's going to happen is you're going to want to shoot Calus's cup that's in his hand. This will start the entire encounter. Now there's going to be adds that spawn at the 2 front right and front left doors, and basically have the Shadow Realm people go on left, have the inside people go on right. Kill those adds. Make sure to stay on your side so you can go ahead and kill them as fast as possible, and then take care of the guys in mid. Once you have done that, 4 Scion Counselors will spawn in the middle. You can go ahead and melee those for heavy ammo if you would like, but the key thing to keep in mind is this will spawn more adds for the people who are going inside. So if you're having trouble with adds on the inside already, do not melee these Scion. Now, Calus is going to go ahead and clap his hands. Everyone is going to go ahead and be teleported into the Shadow Realm. So there are 3 people who are going inside, and also 3 orbs that will be sitting in front of you once you get to the Shadow Realm. The 3 people who are going inside, you're going to want to jump into those and will be teleported back into the inside of Calus's room. Now for the people remaining in the Shadow Realm, let's go ahead and talk about what you're going to do. So starting off, you will want to run up to this purple rift. There's going to be a barrier. Basically that allows you to not get pulled into Calus's mouth, in turn dying and being teleported back into the inside. So there will be signs that spawn, but you're going to want to have 1 person designated to the left side, 1 person designated to middle, and 1 on right side. This will be your call out order from left to right. There will be a sign that spawns at the top of Calus's head. Go ahead and call that out from left to right. It will either be sun, dog, axe, or cup. Now keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate this. You don't want to use blades, have multiple different words for the same thing. Make sure everyone is on the same track. As soon as you have called that out, 2 Scion Counselors will spawn on the first rift. Go ahead and kill those. Make sure your path is clear after this to go ahead and advance to the next rift. You can either jump or just wait for the rift you're currently on to disappear, and you will be moved up to the next. Normally, while you're doing this, a sign will spawn, so go ahead and look up there. Make sure you call out your sign in your order, and then there will be 2 Counselors that spawn again, but there will be red Scions that spawn as well. Make sure to kill these red Scions first, as the new grenade effect will boost you over this rift you are on, in turn pulling you into Calus's mouth, again killing you and spawning in the inside. Now basically it's rinse and repeat from here. The people in the Shadow Realm will do this 3 or 4 times, and then they will kill the final ones and then sit there and wait for skulls to spawn. Now while this is all happening, the people in the inside, there will be 4 Scions. Like I said, there will be signs above them. There will be sun, dog, cup, and axe. Now whatever the people in the Shadow Realm don't call out, you're gonna melee whatever one that is. So if I call out sun, dog, axe, you're gonna melee cup. Does that kind of make sense? I hope so. There's going to be 1 person on left, 1 person on right. Now you're going to have a 3rd person. You can either designate him to right and have 2 people taking care of the signs over there, or you can designate him to left and have 2 people over there. Basically, whoever is comfortable enough to go on their own and take 2 signs, that's going to be what you're going to want to do. Okay, so once you have finished up meleeing the Scions and killing all the adds, Calus will spawn a shield. Take that shield down to as low as possible and wait. Now you're going to want to have a warlock with a healing rift to go ahead and pop that, because his shield will slowly damage you. Now take it down to as low as possible and wait as long as possible. Now have a goal of what you want for skulls. Now times 60 seems to be a general for about a 3 run. If you want a 2 phase, go ahead and try to get to 75, 80. Now depending on what you do for this, you won't be able to get that many skulls. So go ahead, shoot it whenever your team in the middle calls out that you have enough, or when you're about to die, and take that shield down. Now everyone in the Shadow Realm will have to jump in a orb, being teleported back into the inside. Now you're all going to meet up at the top right pad, and then Calus will spawn a solar grenade on you. You're going to want to move to the bottom right, then to the bottom left, and then to the top left. Now this will change once you get him to 2/3 health. He will pull out a gun, and on 1/3 health he will have a solar shield and also lay down mortars, so be mindful of that. Now basically this is rinse and repeat until you have killed the boss. Once you have killed the boss, go ahead and claim your loot. There will be a hole in the middle you can jump down, and go ahead and follow that path until you see the treasure chest. Go ahead and pick up your loot. Now, for those of you who are wanting to do a one phase, it's going to be a little bit different. You're going to designate 4 people to go to Shadow Realm and 2 people to stay inside. Now, the 2 people, you're basically going to be taking 2 pads instead of having 1 person on right or 1 person on left. The only problem with this is the 2 people inside cannot die, so clearing those ads is very, very important, and having a warlock with a healing rift is also very important. The 4 people who will stay in Shadow Realm, this is going to be a little different as well. You can designate that last person to either left, middle, or right. Now, there will be a sign that will be doubled up. Now, this will change between players, so if you already heard your sign called out, do not say your sign. Now, basically, you're going to go all the way to the bottom, and this will allow for 1 extra player to be killing more skulls, preferably auto rifles and cold hearts. Now, basically, kill as many skulls as possible, keeping in mind that once you get to times 100, Calus will wipe the whole team, so stick to like 97, 98. Now, the people on the inside, this is very important. You're going to want to have your healing rift ready, and the 2 people there, you're going to pop it. You're going to do the same exact thing, but you're going to want to take down his shield to literally as low as possible. You're going to watch the force of will add up. Make sure to kill Calus's shield before it gets to times 100. Otherwise, again, your whole team will wipe. And then you're going to basically do the same thing. Everyone's going to meet at the top right pad, and having an extra warlock with a weapons rift will be very important for this phase. Rockets and snipers are going to be your best bet for heavy. Cold heart is probably going to be your second best for secondary, and auto rifles, scout rifles, whatever you really want to run for a primary is decent. Hand cannons don't do a lot of DPS, nor do submachine guns, so I'd stay away from those. But scout rifles, auto rifles, and pulse rifles are going to be your best bet for that. For that final warlock who has the damaging rift, go ahead and pop that. Tell your teammates what pad you're going to pop it on, and then if they have Celestial Nighthawks or Heavy, they can go ahead and use it whenever that is done. If you are successful in the one phase, you will kill him in one phase, doing only 1 Shadow Realm and 1 Calus Shield. Go ahead and collect your loot as well, and that is it. So that's going to be a wrap for this video. I will go ahead and cover all the treasure chest locations for the rest of the video. I'm not going to talk over that because it's not very necessary. I will speed that up a little bit so it won't take as much time, but anyway, that's going to wrap up this video. So if you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below for more videos, and comment down below if there is anything I missed. Thank you very much for watching, guys. You have a great time playing Destiny 2, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.